What's going on, guys? I figured I'd jump on here for a little bit. I was going to record another video. I recorded two today. I'm going to release one at the end of this stream titled, Should the UFC Abolish Women's MMA? That video will be coming out after this stream. I got some other videos I'm going to work on, but I'm kind of tired, so I figured instead of working on those videos, I would jump on stream. So there's probably going to be two videos coming out tomorrow. At least one, and I'll be doing a stream tomorrow, and there'll be another video coming out tonight. I already released a video about Conor McGregor potentially being the Ultimate Fighter coach. I may end up eating my words. Some more stuff has come out since then, but I don't know. I got my sneaking suspicions I'm not going to eat my words, but we'll see. We'll find out. That's the whole point of doing the video. As things change, I'll update it. But yeah, so if you haven't checked that video out, I talk in depth about Conor McGregor, the Ultimate Fighter, the assault, the alleged assault. That's all in that video. It's about a 20-minute video on the channel. I have a 22-minute video coming out about women's MMA. Last night, I released a video on Dana White's power slap. And I also have a video on Kelvin Gastelum, Chris Curtis on the channel. So you guys got a bunch of content to check out if you haven't already. But nonetheless, figured I'd jump on stream. We can talk about whatever, do whatever. I don't care. I forgot who in the Discord was asking for a live stream tonight, and I figured I'd just jump on again. I'm going to live stream tonight, probably live stream tomorrow night. Well, almost definitely live stream tomorrow night, depending on, if any other news comes out. And then maybe I'll just take off Saturday, Sunday, work on some other videos that I have. I have a backlog list of videos I want to do that I've been trying to get out, but every time I start to do it, it seems like, boom, I got more stuff to talk about. So, nonetheless, I am here now. I try to stream a couple times a week. If you guys can do me a massive favor, if you enjoy these streams at all, like the stream. It helps push it in the algorithm. Like the stream. It takes 1 second. It's completely free. Also, if you're watching and you're not subscribed, go subscribe to the channel. Okay. What's up, JJ Smoke? What's up, Brandon? What's up, Tyler? You see I tagged you, and yes, I did. Yes, I did. About Conor and Tony. I actually tweeted something about it. If you guys don't follow me on Twitter, follow me on Twitter at MMAJoeyC as well as Instagram. You'll get like quicker reactions because I'll quickly tweet out, what I'm thinking about a certain situation. Let me see. Yeah, so I said if the UFC books Conor McGregor, Tony Ferguson just so they can save TUF, I'm going to throw up in my mouth. So that's my thoughts. What's up, Sanjay? What's up, Jade? Sugar versus Yair Rodriguez. Who wins? And I hope you don't hate me, Joey. Why would I hate you, man? I don't hate anyone, okay? But Yair Rodriguez would win, I think. I think Yair's just too dynamic for him. Honestly, O'Malley's pretty dynamic, but Yair's going to be bigger, more powerful. Abuse the legs of Sean O'Malley, no doubt. Abuse the legs of Sean O'Malley. I think Yair Rodriguez would win. You heard that Tony might coach TUF with Conor. I did a video on the Ultimate Fighter earlier, and I said I doubted that Conor was going to coach the Ultimate Fighter, and geez Louise, that's disturbing. Sorry, I just saw something. I said I doubt that Conor would coach the Ultimate Fighter, but now it's seeming more likely that Tony Ferguson comes out of the woodwork and says, I've been asked to coach TUF as well. He could just be talking shit. I don't know. I still lean on the side that it doesn't happen, but we'll find out. We'll find out soon enough. If it is, I hope it's one of those seasons where they don't fight at the end. They did Conor and Uriah as coaches where they didn't fight at the end. Does anybody want to see Conor McGregor take on the dead body of Tony Ferguson? But if they do it, they're definitely fighting at the end. The UFC wants to get him a win. They see the dead corpse of Tony Ferguson. And that's the end of the story. Who's your pick for Volk versus Islam? I'm going Islam. I think he's too big, too strong. Hey, Joey, you think Chito Vera can defeat Corey? I got to sneeze. I just read a tweet, guys, and I just can't get it off my mind. Chito Vera versus Corey Sandhagen is at the Apex, and Pennington versus Aldana 2 is rumored for the AT&T Center in San Antonio. Both main events, one with an actual venue with a crowd, one in the Apex where you can hear a pin drop. That's disturbing. That actually hurts. Why don't they switch those two around? Cheetah Vera can defeat Corey, but I'm leaning Corey in that fight. But Cheetah Vera has power that can change anything, really. Can change anything. He lands a massive head kick. You never know what's bound to happen. Do you think Conor versus Tony for TUF is Tony versus Conor for TUF is a good idea? Good idea for who? For us fans? I guess if you like kind of a little bit of drama, yes, but not for me as a fan, and not for Tony Ferguson's brain health. But for the UFC and their ratings, sure. And the fact they want to get Conor back on the winning track, it makes perfect sense for them. French Fries, thank you for the 17 months of membership. Greatly appreciate it. Have you seen Umar's tweet? No, I have not. What is this tweet? How does Chris Curtis match up against the top 5 middleweights? He's looked unstoppable lately. I think he's a great fighter, honestly. He's one of those fighters that's not super flashy, but he's very good. I think he has a legitimate chance against anyone, but against Robert Whittaker, Adesanya, and even Pereira, it's going to be really, really tough. I think he'd beat Jared Cannonier. I think he'd beat even Marvin Vettori. I would pick him over Derek Brunson. I think he'd beat the brakes off Derek Brunson. Paulo Costa would be interesting and tough just because Paulo Costa's volume. I'd pick him over Strickland. Roman Dolidze's look better than ever. They're all teammates, so I'm not even going to pick those fights. It's never going to happen. But I like Chris Curtis's chances against everyone except Pereira, Whittaker, and Adesanya, basically. Damn, Joey, you did a stream just for you? Just for me? Sure. If that's the way you want to look at it, sure. That's the perks of being a member. You guys get to talk to me in the Discord, and somebody asks for a stream, I ends up doing a stream. So that's a perk of being a member of the channel. Volk beats Islam. I hope it happens so the division can live on. That'd be interesting. What's up, everybody? Going to be lurking tonight, doing busy stuff. Had a good time on the Mellow Coffee stream. Watch MMA Joey's followers play UFC 4 last night. Good times. I'm glad you guys went and supported him. Do you like Islam in the Volk fight? Yes. Is Dominic Reyes officially a dead corpse? Yes, he is a dead corpse. Dominic Reyes is a dead corpse at this point. Let's go. What's up, Fries? Cat Daddy, what's going on? Like the stream, everyone. Thank you, Anthony. Who do you think would win a catchweight, Sean O'Malley or Max Holloway? I'll say, honestly, dude, Max is such a punching bag, but O'Malley has suspicious cardio. I'll say Sean O'Malley wins early. If it's a 5-rounder, I'll take Max. 3-rounder, I'll take O'Malley. Apparently, Blanchfield versus Santos is still on. That was fake news. Told you Conor on TUF. We'll see. Jorge versus Chandler, not going to happen. Yo, what's up, Joey? Let's hear your thoughts on Cheeto Corey at the Apex and Aldana Pena in the arena. What the F? They better switch that around. That's atrocious and embarrassing. And I hope they do something to fix it. Am I the only one that doesn't want Tony to fight Conor? No, you're not. Conor's going to brutally sleep Tony. What would be an early prediction for Conor, Tony? I just gave it to you. First round KO Conor. Emmett's only chance is on the ground. Yeah, he has to wrestle Yair for sure. Otherwise, Yair's going to just beat him up with kicks. With Conor versus Tony potentially happening, what do you think Jorge's big fight news is? I don't know, maybe Burns? Maybe Burns in London or something? Something like that, I would say. Oh shit, Joey's live. Let's fucking go. What's up, Andy? What's going on, Andy? Hope you're doing well, my friend. The only reason Conor and Tony comes back to TUF is for ratings. I watched the season with Peña Nunes as a new MMA fan. It was really cringe. Yeah, I'm a hardcore MMA fan. I could never tune in that. Bless you. Thank you. Watch McGregor get a title shot for knocking out Tony. Would not surprise me. And Conor is worse as well. Not as tall, which is usually a favorable matchup for Tony. Don't think it would actually be that bad for... Dude, the Tony that fought Nate Diaz, Conor would starch him badly. And this is coming from someone who would pick Tony against Conor prior. So, Tony looked awful in the Nate Diaz fight. Does Conor get a title shot if he beats Tony? Yes, he would. Most likely he would. You think Volk lasts longer than Charles? I'll say yes. What would you pick? What would make you pick Poirier to beat Arman? DP has the worst takedown defense out of anyone in the top 10. I don't know if he has bad takedown defense. I don't think he has bad takedown defense. I think it's all right. I just think he has better striking than Arman. Arman has the hands leave a lot to be desired. A lot to be desired for Arman's striking with his hands in particular. So, would you rather see Jorge on TUF versus Conor? I wouldn't rather see any of it because I'm not going to watch any of it, to be honest. I hate the Ultimate Fighter. Who are the most powerful punchers in each division? I can't do that right now, Fernando. I can't do that right now, to be honest. I can't look through every division. But I'll say Chandler in lightweight. And I'll say, well, hold on. What is going on here? I'll say Chandler at lightweight and Derek Lewis at heavyweight. There you go. I gave you 2. Conor would kill Tony. Agreed. Is it insane for me to say Vera isn't the hardest hitter at bantamweight? He's fought guys with not too great chins recently, but obviously the head kick KO almost anyone. I mean, maybe, but who hits harder than him? Who hits harder than him? Who's KOing guys, regardless? If Conor could make 155, how would him versus Max 2 go? I think Conor short, Max long. So if it's 5 rounds, I could see Max taking 3, 4, and 5. But early, I would probably take Conor. Just more precision striking. If Justin Gaethje loses to Fiziev in March, which I believe he will, do you think coming off a loss he would be potentially opponents for the Notorious? Yes. How would Khamzat Chimaev do against Chris Curtis at 185? That'd be very interesting because Curtis has great takedown defense. But I don't know. Chimaev seems like his grappling is so elite. He might be one of those guys that's able to take him down. Because Curtis's grappling has failed him in the past. But he's shorted up quite a bit. And it's very, very good. But Chimaev just seems like relentless, undeniable with the takedown. Could you see the UFC being petty enough to put Conor's comeback fight on the same weekend as Francis to make his boxing debut this summer? It wouldn't surprise me. Really like your power slap video. Inform me on how horrible the business is. I'm glad you watched it, guys. I'm glad you watched it, Air Mamba. Thank you. Is Chandler kissing McGregor's ass annoying just as much as it is me? I talked about it in the Ultimate Fighter video on my channel right now. I said, can you imagine we got to watch Chandler rimming Conor for 10 episodes? Thoughts on James Lynch and Guru dating rumors? I mean, I think they make a great couple. Should they make Reyes versus Craig next? That makes the most sense. If Reyes can't get not KO'd by Paul Craig, he doesn't belong in the UFC. I'd be down to see... Oh, my God. Stop it. Would Jan have finished O'Malley if there was 2 more rounds? 100%. Charles or Dariush? That's not official, guys. I mean, Dariush... People are running with it. Dariush said in an interview, it looks like they're targeting Oliveira in May. Who knows if it actually happens. I thought about doing a video on it, but then I watched the clip. And if it does happen, honestly, I never pick against Charles, but Dariush has looked so good lately. I might pick Dariush. You really don't care about personalities in MMA. I love high-level fights, but personalities bring it to life. I mean, they add a little bit to it when they're real, but when it's manufactured, you might as well be watching a soap opera. You might as well be watching WWE, in my opinion. So it adds something to it when you have a real personality, but these fake manufactured personalities, I don't give a shit about. Who was your pick between O'Malley and Pedro? I picked O'Malley. Listening to you while I do this Excel homework. Thank you, Mario. Appreciate you listening. Burns tweeted out London today. Jorge tweeted fight news soon today. I don't think it's a coincidence. I usually don't like going off tweets, but I think it's going to happen. Yeah, and if you remember, Jorge Masvidal said a while ago, I'll fight Burns in London. So I think it's very possible we get Jorge Masvidal, Gilbert Burns in London. UFC 286 stacked card. Hopefully it happens. I think that's a fight that a lot of people will be interested in seeing. Does Conor get a title shot if he beats CM Punk? Conor McGregor could whoop my ass in the UFC cage and he'd still get a title shot. Personally, Joey, I just want to see Conor Islam. Oh, man, this story would be amazing. So would the presser. That is something I can agree with you on. It would be crazy. But I think Conor should have to earn it, though. You think Luke has a chance in Bellator for champ? Maybe, but I don't trust his chin. I don't trust his chin. What's up? Keep out. Just came from your boy Melo's channel. Appreciate it. Appreciate it. Sergey hits harder than Lewis. Okay, whatever. Hardest puncher in welterweight. Also, does Chimaev have one punch KO power? Chimaev has decent power. I wouldn't call it one punch KO power. Hardest hitter in welterweight is probably Kamaru Usman, honestly. As crazy as that sounds. When he lands, but his striking just leaves a lot to be desired, so he doesn't land as often with the big power shots. There's not a lot of heavy-handed guys at welterweight, to be honest. There's not a lot of them. Just got here. What's with the Ferguson McNuggets thing? Tony Ferguson said he's been offered the Ultimate Fighter position against Conor. LFA and PFL Friday. Don't sleep. We got MMA. We'll see. I may tune in. I don't know. PFL I kind of swore off because of their ridiculous pacing. PFL really pissed me off with their pacing. And I don't know if I can stomach it anymore. I don't remember when's the last time I did a PFL card. It's just ever since, that one stream that really pissed me off. It's almost like I don't want to watch it anymore. Okay, let's see. PFL. Was it 8 months ago? Yeah, I haven't streamed a PFL. No, it's been 7 months, I guess. So I streamed one since the 5-hour one. Yeah, so I don't know if I'll be watching or not. Maybe I will, maybe I won't. Dude, it'd be so awkward if McGregor is trying to get in Chandler's head, but Chandler's just dick riding him. Yeah. Dude, Chandler's embarrassing the way he just sucks up to Conor. You mentioned they have to compensate the coaches, and I completely forgot about that. How much do you think the UFC would pay McGregor for 3 months of his time? Exactly. It gets a little bit dicey there. They probably try to pay him a low amount and say, look, it's all this promotion for the pay-per-view, and we're going to give you more pay-per-view points. My guess is that's probably how they try to do it. They try to say, look how much this is going to help boost the pay-per-view sales, and we're going to give you a bunch of pay-per-view points. Joey, remember when the idiot called the first Kutalaba versus Magomed fight? I was crying from laughing. Oh, yeah, the ref was horrible. Yes, I do. And then they tried to book it like 4 times, and it kept getting canceled. Then it finally happened, and Ankalaev just waxed him. Do you think John Jones Wrestling has regressed in his last couple fights? I mean, it definitely wasn't up to the usual par, so yes. Who deserves a title shot more, Conor or Masvidal? Both kids have done everything the UFC has asked for them. Neither. I'm not. Who deserves it more? Neither. I can't even say one or the other. I mean, it's... If somehow Masvidal ended up with another title shot, that would be an embarrassment to the sport. And if Conor gets a title shot off of beating the dead corpse of Tony Ferguson, I'm not going to be a happy camper, I'll tell you that much. I will not be a happy camper. Guys, real quick. I am getting so close to getting 1,000 people with notifications on. And that's been a goal of mine for a few months now. So if you guys can go down and double check and see if you have notifications turned on for the channel, go double check. I would greatly appreciate if you turn notifications on right next to the subscribe button. I want to get over 1,000 people with notifications turned on. I can see how many people have notifications turned on, and we're about to hit 900. But I would like to get to 1,000. It's been a goal for a couple months now. I've been wanting to get there. We're almost at 7,000 subs finally. Everything kind of slowed down at the month with no MMA, but we're back to picking up. We picked up like 200 subscribers, I think, in the last week or so, something like that. Let me see. Yeah, we picked up about 150 subscribers or so in the past week-ish. But yeah, guys, turn on notifications. Subscribe to the channel if you're not subscribed to the channel. Like the stream as well. I would greatly appreciate your support. The more support these streams get, the more often I'm going to do these streams, okay? I try to do at least a couple per week now, like 2 or 3 per week. But the more people that tune in, the more often I'm going to do them. So I'd like to get to a point where I'm streaming like maybe 4 times a week. But sometimes I am streaming 4 times a week. To be honest, how many times I streamed this week so far? Let me take a look. Yeah, technically I already have because, I mean, it depends where you start the week at. I guess you would start on Sunday. But I streamed twice on Saturday. Jeez Louise. I streamed Friday, Saturday. Since last Friday, I've streamed 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. This is going to be my 6th time. Jeez Louise. I didn't even realize that. That's crazy. Okay, where was I at now? I forgot that quick. Who would be your confident prediction to Jorge Burns? I think Burns would easily win. But I don't trust Burns' chin, so you never know. I know how the fight would go, but I want to see Islam versus Conor. It'd be an interesting build-up, for sure. I've talked about that fight for a while, actually. Do you think if McGregor comes back versus Islam, would Khabib come back to coach Islam, and would it sell more than John Jones gone? It would definitely sell more than John Jones gone, and I think Khabib would help Islam. Or Khabib would just completely stay out of it, because he wouldn't want to think like Conor's getting a win over him if he wins somehow. Conor is fighting at 170, right? It's unknown right now, but probably. Who would have won in 2019, Woodley or Masvidal? I would have picked Masvidal. I really hope McGregor stays at lightweight. I think that's the better weight class, but he's just going to do what he wants. If he doesn't want to cut weight, he's not going to cut weight. You streamed Harrison's fight not that long ago. Yeah, but that was like a regular stream that I kind of tuned into Harrison's fight. You know what I mean? It wasn't like a watch along. I don't even know if I had her in the title or not. I think I might have added her afterwards. Something along those lines. Aljamain Sterling versus upcoming interim featherweight title winner. Who wins? Featherweight title holder. Joey, I heard you were changing your channel to only cover Power Slap. Interesting pivot. Yeah, coming soon. Who would win at heavyweight, DC in 2020 versus current day Gone? DC in 2020. Joe, he would out wrestle him. Joey, what's up, my guy? What's up, Bitsy? What's up, Merk Lee? Good seeing you. It's been a bit. It's been a minute. Can you imagine Alex Pereira going up to 205, beating Hill and Gone, beating Jones, and Pereira goes up to fight Gone since they are almost the same walking around weight? Do you think Pereira would have a chance? No, I think Gone would outclass him and even outgrapple him as well. Badly. Let's say in a universe Conor versus Islam happens and he starches Islam. What would he say in the post-fight interview? He'd talk shit about Khabib for sure. He would talk shit about Khabib and call him out and say, you know, look, I got one. I knocked out your boy. Blah, blah, blah. I have all YouTube notifications off and just turn them on just for you, Joey. Appreciate you, Jungle. Appreciate you. It's going to be so funny, Dana trying to find every excuse possible to justify Conor getting a title shot for beating Ferguson. Tony Ferguson was recently lightweight interim dude. They're going to say, Conor's done, the kid's done everything we've ever asked of. 2-division champion. The fans want it. The media wants it. It's going to be disgusting. Dana White will fall over himself to try to give Conor a title shot. How would Sterling perform against the top 5 featherweights? I think he'd lose. Who was the last guy Volkanovski had a ground disadvantage against? Define ground disadvantage. Jiu-jitsu disadvantage, Brian Ortega. But ground disadvantage as a whole? I don't know. It's been somebody. Could you see Burns versus Jorge being a repeat of how Till versus Jorge went? It's possible, but I think Burns would just outgrapple him. What's up with the San Antonio card? I thought Jan Marab was supposed to be it, which I was excited. Nope. It's going to be dumbass Irene Aldana versus Raquel Pennington as the main event. What a shame. So you might as well not even attempt to go. I'm sorry. Conor versus Gaethje predictions? Probably Gaethje, but that's a close fight. Does Usman or Magomedov ever get to the UFC? Will be locked up for Bellator. The Bellator will keep him locked up for a while. If Hill's takedown defense holds up against Big Ank and Jamal breaks his big nose, that would make my day. Dude, Ankalaev isn't even got great takedowns. I think Jamal Hill would stuff the takedowns and beat Ankalaev. Cyril Gane or Pavlovich? Honestly, Cyril Gane could probably even out grapple Pavlovich. Jones versus Pereira would be fun as hell at 205. Jones would smash Pereira. Thoughts on MMA Guru doing collabs with multiple MMA YouTubers? Are you next? I don't really have any thoughts on it. Am I next? You're going to have to ask him that. If Alex P beats Izzy in a rematch, goes up and gets light heavyweight belt, where would he stand on your GOAT list? He probably top 10 for sure. I'd have to think about it in more detail, but he'd probably be top 10. Top 10 GOAT list. I mean, that's a crazy feat, especially if he had to throw it in that title defense against Adesanya. Be super interesting. One credit to McGregor is that he makes weight all the time. Don't jinx it, my friend. Do not jinx it. Champ shit only. Yup, champ shit only. The dead body of Tony Ferguson saying champ shit only. Ugh. Ugh. I'm still not sold that that's happening, just so you guys know. I'm not sold that it's happening, okay? I can't believe it's already the end of January. Where the hell's the time going, guys? Where the hell is the time going? What division would they give Conor a title shot in? It'd be lightweight, probably. That's why I'm thinking the Tony Ferguson fight might be at lightweight. Because Dana's smart, okay? Dana's smart when it comes to making money. He knows the Islam fight would be massive. But it wouldn't shock me if they did the Tony Ferguson fight at welterweight and then give Conor a title shot at lightweight. And say, this is what the fans want to see. The kid's done everything we've ever asked of him. You know, when there's injury pullouts, he's always said, you know, just call me and let me know who it is. And he's always fought him. And he's 2-division champion. And this is, we're in the business of putting on the fights. This is what Dana would say. We're in the business of putting on the fights the fans want to see. And the fans want to see Conor McGregor versus Islam Makhachev. So that's the fight we're going to do. We make all the fights that the fans want to see. And that's the fight they want to see. And the kid's done everything we've ever asked of him. And so what if he beats women on boats, you know? He has to live with that for the rest of his life. He has to be known as that guy. He has to live with that. That's his punishment. We're going to make a shit ton of money. We're going to put him in there against Islam Makhachev. He's going to talk mad shit about Habib. And we're going to see what happens. But the kid's done everything he's ever asked of us. So we're giving him a title shot. Conor coming back to get a title shot is nasty for the sport. And I will say as a new fan, it's nuts. Do you think it's more political than based on... Yes, definitely. It's based on money. It's based on money. And the media will back it up 100%. The media will say, well, it makes sense, you know, monetarily and blah, 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 blah. Because you know what? And you'll see MMA media members doing it. You'll see MMA YouTubers doing it, hyping it up. And the reason is because fights like that indirectly put money in their pockets, okay? And that's what makes them defend it. And it's disgusting, you know? If there's a big fight, if Conor Islam happens, I guarantee my channel's not, I'm not saying it's going to blow up. It's going to get more views than it typically would for that, you know, period of time in the lead up to that fight. The MMA media is going to be getting more clicks than ever on their articles, more requests to, you know, do spots on, you know, different, you know, for different websites, stuff like that. And, you know, sometimes they'll have like MMA media journalists go on like ESPN, not anymore because they have their own like ESPN MMA section now. But it used to be they would like, you know, there'll be MMA media members who are asked to go on like radio stations. So big, massive money fights like that generate money for these people, you know. And that's why they defend them, even though they should not be defending them. Even if it still does put money in their pocket, they shouldn't be defending it because it's disgusting. But that's what will happen. MMA media members, MMA YouTubers, these huge fights indirectly put money in their pockets, you know. Not that I'm making a killing on YouTube, but the bigger the fight week, the more money I'm making on YouTube because the more views I'm getting because the more interested in MMA. So instead of being honest and saying this fight shouldn't happen, they're just looking at the numbers and everyone wants to see it. So they're like, oh, this is great. This is wonderful. You know, that's the way it goes. But it's detrimental to the legitimacy of the sport for sure. And I'm not going to be happy about it, but it is what it is. There's nothing I can do. And I'm always partial to watching Conor take an ass whooping. This is the only tough season I will watch. Fair enough. I probably still won't watch it. I thought Nunes versus Aldana was going to happen. That's why I never trust inside sources. Yeah, it was rumored. That's why I said it was rumored in my video. It was not official yet. People were acting like it was official. I did not see from any legitimate source officially confirming it. Had a Stipe Volkov go 5 rounds. Stipe would out wrestle him and beat him up. Probably finish him in like the 4th round. It was funny and kind of ironic when I watched you McGregor TUF video on why you think it won't happen, then saw a video of Dana reposting it on his Insta story. Of Dana reposting it on his Insta story. Dana posting what? What are you talking about there? What, did he post like Tony Ferguson's thing? Is that what you're talking about? I got to see what you're talking about here. He's reposting the Ultimate Fighter stuff? Because I know you're not talking about... There's nothing on Dana's story, so I don't know what you mean. But, okay. Joey, I agree with you about the Jamal Magomed pick. I don't know how anyone can watch that Jan fight and compare it to Glover and pick Magomed. Jamal finishes him. I think if Magomed Ankalaev beats Jamal, he would have to finish him on the feet with his kicks. But yeah, I don't know how people can look at that and say, oh, I think this is going to happen. Imagine if McGregor keeps balking and makes Michael Chandler fight him at middleweight. Dude, Michael Chandler would do it. That's how much he loves him. Okay, where was I at? I just scrolled down, way far down. If you guys have any questions, throw them in the chat. I'm trying to get to all of them. I'm trying to catch up right now. Michael Chandler would say, I'd love to fight you at middleweight, Conor. I love you so much. Oh, I love you, Conor. Oh my God, Conor, I love you. Pereira does that. He's the best combat sports athlete of all time. Calm down. I don't want to keep getting older. I know it's scary. I'm telling you, time is moving faster than before. It is. Time's going fast. Having a baby next month. Any advice on how to pull out quicker? I don't know. You guys got to stay on top of it. The Cyber Wizard. So you got to stay on top of it. Jarrett Gordon versus Jarrett Cannonier. Yeah, I don't even know what time talking about nowadays. I don't know what you're saying. Joe, if you were locked in a room with Jones, do you think he would kill you for fun? Like, do you think he's a psychopath? No. Now that Glover has retired, who has the best granite chin currently on the roster? Maybe Max Holloway? Maybe Yuri Prohaska? Let's say Conor somehow wins the belt. Would he ever defend it or just leave and never fight again? He would leave and never fight again. Marvin Vittori, that's it. I'm convinced Joey is secretly Dana because that impression was too accurate. Thank you. Bro, what? Just saw the whole San Antonio card. The card is terrible, man. That sucks. Now I'm just sad. I don't even know what to think. Yeah, I'm upset for you, man. I really am. I'm releasing a video at the end of this stream, and I actually talk about it in the video how disgusting that card is. It's a piece of dog shit. It's an absolute piece of dog shit. Is it just me or Conor shit talk cringe? It feels very 2015. It's cringed. Be honest, Joey, if you were an MMA journalist, would you question Dana on controversial stuff that he does? I feel like a lot of journalists are scared of losing their media passes at events. I wouldn't put myself in a position where my life depended on Dana White. Let me put it that way. So yes, I would, but I'd probably get banned from the events. Of course I would, you know? To be honest, if I could make like decent money going and covering the events, but I couldn't ask any controversial questions, it wouldn't be worth it for me. It really wouldn't. It wouldn't be worth it for me. I just feel like a piece of shit. You know? I complain and complain and complain about it, and then I go do the same thing for money. I understand why they do it. They're going to lose their jobs. But also, I would push back on Dana when he like he's asked a tough question, then he kind of throws it back at them. I would have something. I'm pretty quick. I'm a quick thinker. I would be able to throw something back at him. You know, when he's like, what should my punishment be? You tell me. And the media's like, oh, I don't know. I don't know what it should be. I'm just asking questions here. But I think you should have some type of monetary punishment. I think you should lose some money on this deal. I don't think living it for the rest of your life is your punishment enough. You know, that's just an example, but you get my point. Is it just me? Already read that. I pray Dana doesn't sacrifice Tony McGregor. He probably will. I'm a huge Conor fan, but I'm scared Conor won't take the fight seriously against Tony and might lose. I hope he does do that. I had a stroke reading Tony's Instagram post. Dude, Tony's tweets should be reason enough not for the athletic commission to sanction him. Dude's got CTE. They should book Blades versus Pavlovich to save the San Antonio card. That's what I said. That's what I've been saying. Tony deserves a payday. I'm tired of hearing that. He deserved a payday long before this. The Insta story is now gone, but he reposted the post of Conor saying he's coming back to TUF. Okay, that's kind of, that leads me to believe it might be true though. But why did he delete it? Bro, Volk is looking thick as F. I haven't really noticed. I need someone who loves me like Chandler loves Conor. That is true. Like the stream. Yeah, guys, if you have not liked the stream, we got 76 people in the stream right now. We got 29 likes. So if you guys could scroll down, like the stream real quick, I would greatly appreciate it. It helps promote it in the YouTube algorithm. So I would greatly appreciate it if you just scroll down and like the stream. It helps out the channel greatly. My mustache is itching. 35 minutes into the stream. The mustache is itching badly. And we also got a video coming out at the end of the stream. So whenever the stream ends, I'm releasing a new video. We'll see. We'll see how many of you guys are around then. Okay, where are we at? Let me take a look. There was something I wanted to look up, and now I can't remember. I started to go look up something, but now I don't know what it was. I need someone who, yeah, like the stream. Time goes faster in college, just stressing. If you went to college, how did you get through it? Just focus on things that you're excited for. Would Chandler buy McGregor bathwater? Yes, he would. I think Chandler has particular thoughts about Conor McGregor's bathwater. Islam or Volk, who do you got? I got Islam. Too big, too strong. By the way, I like the name MMA Joey fan. What's up, MMA Joey? It's Anthony back again watching the stream. I don't trust Chandler if he fights McGregor. He'll already get at least 2 million, so he should try to actually win the fight. Yeah, he's going to get KO'd. If Chandler fights him, I think he gets KO'd. Mario says lots of lurkers. Yeah, if you're lurking in the stream right now, let me know that you're here. I'm curious. Who's lurking? Who's lurking? At what point did the UFC stop caring about fight nights? Probably when they signed the ESPN deal. Or maybe when they started using the Apex too much. What's your viewpoint on Francis wanting his own sponsor? I think that UFC fears that if they let Francis do it, yes. They're using Francis to set a precedent. They're not going to let him get away with that. It is what it is. They're not going to let him get away with that because you give them an inch and they'll take a mile. That's what the UFC is thinking. What's up, Joey? Like it up, chat. Thank you, Niles. What's going on? Tony's tweet sounds like a Dimension episode. He's always tweeted like that. He didn't delete the story, but it's been up for 24 hours, so it went away by itself. Okay, I see. Like, thank you, Justin. Thoughts on Nick Diaz wanting Adesanya? Delusional, CTE, disturbing. What's up, Sobro? What's up, Justin? Who would you like to see fight for the bantamweight title next? If it was up to me, Piotr Jan. But who's it going to be? Henry Cejudo. What fighters do you think are psychopaths? My picks are Jones, Piotr Jan, Drew Dober, Michael Chandler. All those people have something sinister going on. Tony Ferguson, Conor McGregor. Honestly, I'm not a McGregor fan at all, but I'm one fight I'm dying to see is the McGregor-Diaz trilogy. They can probably get Diaz back for a one-fight contract. I actually talked about that in my Ultimate Fighter video at the end. I don't think they're going to do it. They like to lock these guys down for long term. They're not going to give Nate Diaz a one-fight deal. It's just not going to happen. I still can't believe Yuri started the demolition of Dom's chin and Span finished the job with a jab. Dom's chin is gone. Dude, and he took a lot of damage in the Jones fight. Nothing crazy, but Dominic's chin is gone for sure. Joey, I just took a cab all the way to wrestling just for it to be canceled. That's super unfortunate. What's sinister about a guy who adopts kids? What is Chandler sucking off Conor? There's video proof of him doing this. Am I missing? Nah, he's like always like in every interview, he's like, oh, I love Conor and Conor's such a superstar. And he's basically kissing his ass saying, Conor, pick me. Conor, pick me. Pick me. That's what he's hoping for. What is a lurker? Someone who watches but doesn't participate. It's not a bad thing. It's not a bad term. I think Yair KO's Emmett. I agree. He has a striking advantage. He's younger. I seen somewhere somebody speculating Emmett's going into the fight with an injury. Are you interested in seeing Rockhold go to Bellator? No. I'm lurking. What's up, Zach? Hope you're doing well. Joey's mustache itching is a staple of the channel at this point. Basically, listening while driving. What's up, Trey? Thank you for listening while driving. McGregor versus Tony, 1.3 million. McGregor versus Chandler, 1.6. McGregor versus Masvidal, 1.9. Those are my guesses of pay-per-view buys if any of those become official. Yeah, I think McGregor Chandler would be bigger than McGregor Tony, and I think McGregor Masvidal would be bigger than McGregor Chandler. So I would agree. I don't know about the exact numbers, But I would agree with you in that particular order of how well they would sell. Joe, would you rather have a 4-hour podcast with Brendan Schaub or go to a party on Connor's yacht? Definitely go to a party on Connor's yacht. Even if he beat me up and I had to jump in the water to escape, much better than being on Brendan Schaub's, having a podcast with Brendan Schaub. I might get some CTE just from talking to him. What's next for Dan Ige? Maybe a Sadiq Yusuf fight, maybe? Maybe a Mavsar Evlev fight? Maybe a Giga Chikadze fight? I don't know. Something along those lines. Something like that would probably make a lot of sense. I'd love to see Dominic Reyes versus Alexander Gustafsson on the prelims of John Jones Gone. Yeah, I mean, that kind of makes sense. Is Gustafsson retired at this point, though? Wouldn't surprise me if Peter Yan has killed someone before a dude threatened to break Schmo's arm for calling him Peter. Okay, fair enough. Jan definitely does seem a little bit wild. Michael Chandler's teacher's pet to McGregor. That's a perfect analogy. Chandler loves McGregor so much he's going to grind him out for 5 rounds. Yeah, he's going to grind him out for 5 rounds. Pause. I'm being dead serious. Chandler had his kid pray for a sibling that looks like him in an interview. Get out stuff. I have no idea. Oh my God, Joey, not Josh Emmett. God, who in the chat is actually a fan? If so, you're lying. Yeah, I don't know. I didn't want to see. I feel bad for Josh Emmett because no one even likes him. Who wants to see him fight for a belt? I definitely don't. I thought he lost his last 2 fights and now he's fighting for a title. Kind of embarrassing if you ask me. Kind of embarrassing if you ask me. My power slap video is still just trucking along. We're almost 2,300 views right now. We're trucking along with the power slap video, which is pretty good. I haven't had like a massive video in a bit though. Let's see what the last like big video I had, like 10K. It's been a little bit. I'm due for one very, very soon, but let's see. When's the last one I got? Reasons I Hate UFC 281 got 8K. Blanchfield McCann breakdown and prediction got 7.2K. That's crazy. It's been a bit. It's been about 2 months since I had a decent like crazy view video. But the views have been doing good. I've been getting over 1,000 views on every video on the channel, which at one point was a goal of mine. It's like I was super excited to get 1,000 views on a video. So to be getting consistently a couple thousand views per video is pretty crazy. A lot of UFC fans seem to come out of the woodworks just to watch a pay-per-view only when Conor fights. That is true. It happens. It's called casual MMA fans. We have some of the least active champions, Shevchenko, Amanda, Aljamain. Yeah, I mean, is Aljamain inactive, though? I don't know. Joey, there's no hype for UFC 284. Joey, there's no hype for UFC 284. I was more hyped 2 months ago. Yeah, there is no hype. Hopefully the UFC can build some hype for it. But I know what you mean. I know what you mean. Bitsy, thank you for the $10. I think, what is that? Australian, right? Is that what the A stands for? But appreciate you regardless of what the actual currency is. Thank you for the donation, Bitsy. You're such a positive YouTuber, my guy. Just keep being you. Hope you get 100K. That'd be crazy. If I ever get 100K, I'm going to throw up. I'm being dead serious. If we get 100K on this channel ever, even if it's like in 3 years, 4 years, 5 years even, I literally will throw up. That'll be the craziest thing. That'll be one of the craziest things in life I've ever done. Getting 100K on YouTube. And like, I want a solid 100K. Like, not some of these 100K YouTube channels that get like no views and no interactions. There's, you know, the ones that are out there that got like, you know, close to 100K, you know, whether it be, you know, 50, 60, 70, 80K. And they got like 100 people in their chats and stuff like that, you know. I want a solid 100K. You know, I want to build a great community. I want quality over quantity. Okay, so when we get 100K, I want an amazing 100K subscribers. That may not be for many years. Who knows? Could be this year for all we know. Nothing would shock me at this point in time. But thank you, Bitsy, for the donation. It's good to hear someone say you're positive because a lot of time I'm complaining. People are like, you complain too much, but I'm just giving my opinion. Chandler picks himself up by the bootstraps and then licks the bosses. Yep, Dana White privilege, for sure. I'm in the same town as Josh Emmett, and I still might not go for him. We'll see. Dude, I feel bad for Josh Emmett. He seems like a great guy, though. Who did y'all want Yair to fight? Just curious. I wanted to see him versus Arnold Allen, to be honest. I feel like Josh Emmett was bullied as a kid, maybe. Gaethje, Tony, Masvidal, Nate, and Poirier were all rumored to be McGregor's next opponent. Pick a damn opponent already. He's only gonna get richer. Dude, it wouldn't surprise me if Conor didn't even fight this year, honestly. As crazy as that sounds. I remember your biggest video was about Joshua Fabi and Diego Sanchez. Yeah, my current biggest video is about Amanda Nunes, Juliana Pena. It's a video I almost didn't do too. It's got over 50K views. I want to get over 100K view video. Who would you like to see Anthony Smith fight next? Johnny Walker makes sense to me. Does any UFC fighter have a twin? I have no idea. John Anik does, though. Step by step, you'll be at 100K, if not more, in no time. We'll see, Jack. We'll see. I like your confidence, but we'll see. I don't know. I think anything's possible. I'm not counting on anything. I'm just slowly trucking along, hoping for the best. Anything's possible. If you've seen This Is the End, Conor is the one holding the leash and Chandler is the one in it. I have seen it, but I don't remember. But sounds about right to me. I'll have to look up that clip. I can't remember. It's gonna be weird seeing a lot of new casual fans on Twitter and really any social media when Conor fights. Yeah. I wonder if he'll get a win. Can you imagine he gets a win? Aljo is just active. Aljo is active, just had to heal up after that knee from Jan. He was concussed and neck hurt. Aljo is active. Fair enough. Yeah, that's Australian. I know you told me before, but I just forgot. But thank you for your donation. Why isn't the UFC stacking the Volk versus Islam card? I feel like pound for pound 1 versus pound for pound 2 is a big deal just to let it sit on its own. It's embarrassing. That card looks terrible. It was better at one point in time, but now it's just atrocious. That's just what happens. The UFC lets some of the quote unquote bigger fights, I guess they deem that as a bigger fight. They say, oh, it'll be all right. People will buy it. It's champ versus champ. Why UFC chose February as Australia card? Other sports like Australian Open, cricket, and footy season overtake all the hype? No idea. Which MMA fighters are most cowardly? When I see Aljo's eyes when he fights, he's such a little puss. I have no idea, man. I haven't looked into it. I haven't thought about it that much. I don't think anyone's a puss. Should Dustin try and get that 4th Conor fight? Great payday. Already beat him twice recently. If I was Dustin, that's what I'd be angling for. I said I'll whoop his ass again. That's what I would do. Craig and Delize. Delize's fighting Vittori, bro. You'll get to 100K. Been watching you for a while now. You're one of the best perspectives on MMA. Thank you, Rodriguez. That's crazy to hear. I hope so. I don't know how long it'll take, but I would. That's a dream of mine one day. I'm not gonna, hold out hope for it, but I think it's possible. With consistency, year and a half to get the, less than year and a half to get the 5K. So even if it takes another 4 or 5 years, it's possible. And everything just snowballs. Once you get more, everything grows faster. At one point in time, I could have never imagined getting like 800 subscribers in a month. I've done it multiple times now, so. Hopefully you're right, Rodriguez, but we'll see. Got to be honest, I'd be surprised if John walks out on a fight night. So I'd be damn surprised if Conor fought this year. Oh, John walks out fight night. You're right, man, but I hope you're wrong. Did you hear that Brian Ortega and Tracy Cortez broke up? I wonder why. Dude, I mean this as most respectfully as possible. I don't give a shit. I think the weirdos that care about that are weird as hell. I don't care about their personal relationship. If you were JP Buys and you lost again, what you doing? Train harder. Ty should have sat out Orlando and done this upcoming Australia fight card. Agreed. It was dumb for him to have a quick turnaround after getting the shit beat out of him by Cyril Gane. Ty should have... Okay, read that. I'm going to illegally stream Volk versus Islam. Don't tell Uncle Dana. I'm telling him. I'm going to send him a message right now. I'm going to say, hey, this guy's illegally streaming it. It's just crazy. There's literally no buzz for next month's card. It really is nuts. There's no buzz for 284, and it looks terrible. Let me look it up real quick while we're talking about it. UFC 284 Tapology. Let me take a look. Oh, Bellator. UFC 284 is garbage. Outside the top 2 fights, I mean, Justin Taffa, Parker Porter, Jimmy Crute, Alonzo Menifield, Randy Brown, Jack Della Maddalena. This card is ugly, guys. This card is ugly. Yeah, I'm not looking forward to that. Ew. And then there's the Bellator card Saturday. Bellator 290, Ryan Bader versus Fedor Emelianenko. What a shit stain of a card, to be quite honest. Yeah, it is what it is. But 284 is a massive disappointment for what it could have been. It needs another fight or two on that card. It just does not look good at all. Early Aljo versus Henry prediction. Sterling opened up as a favorite, targeted for 287. I'm going Henry all day. I think Henry's a better striker, and I don't think Aljo is going to be able to out-wrestle him. It all depends how bad the ring rust is for Henry Cejudo in his return, being out for 3 years. It's 3 Kings again, by the way, to Jamal Edwards and Aljamain Comain. I have no idea what you mean. Once I turn 18, I'm shooting my shot at Tracy. Fair enough, Jack. Do what you got to do. Dana's reaction to illegal streaming is hilarious. He's like, we got another one. Dude, I swear, Dana's like a weirdo. Like if he was just a regular like old man, he'd be like buying from like cheesy infomercials and then trying to invest in them, in my opinion. That's what I think will be going on. And Dana's getting goofier and goofier. I got tickets for 284 and I need my money back already. The card just kept falling apart. I'm sad for you, Bitsy. Hopefully the main event stays intact. Imagine the main event fell off. This is not official yet, but I've heard Chris Dawkins is moving down to 205. I saw that as well, rumored, but Chris Dawkins always said he's not moving down, but maybe he's decided to. He's losing too much. What matchup could the UFC make, not including Conor McGregor, that could draw 2 million pay-per-view buys? I think John Jones, Francis Ngannou was possible. But outside of that, Habib Islam. But they can't really make that matchup. I don't know. There's not many options for that one. Who do you got winning, Charles or Benny? I've never picked against Charles since I had the channel, but I don't know. I'm leaning Beneil Dariush in that one. I just think the power, the fact that Charles is defensively irresponsible. Charles is not getting a takedown on Beneil Dariush. So I'd pick Beneil. The thing to stop people from illegally streaming the fight is obviously not working very well. Yeah. Dude, remember he's like, I got people watching his house. Like, dude, what's he doing? What's he doing? Dana's such a weirdo, for sure. Such a weirdo, for sure. What was I going to go look at? Oh, I remember now. Let me see something real quick. UFC. It's hard to believe that we're at the end of February, or end of January almost. Okay, where were we at? I might just watch the co-main and main at 284. Call me casual. I don't care. That card looks atrocious. I don't blame you, my friend. I don't blame you. I'm going to stream that card. I'm going to stream it. I'll be live for it. So if you want to tune in here for the co-main and main. Jessica Rose Clark would have been on the card and all the people would buy it like wildfire. Stop. As fun as Jones and Ngannou would have been, I prefer Jones Gane because everyone will only be looking out for Ngannou to land one punch while Gane has the chance to pick Jones apart and stand up. I definitely think Gane is probably a tougher challenge stylistically, but Ngannou with that one punch KO power, if he lands, he finds a way to land that shot, it'd be incredible. Be absolutely incredible. Oh my God, if Australia card loses the main event, we have to watch Emmett as the main. I'm going to kill myself, JK. Dude, can you imagine? I can't imagine a world. Let me see something real quick. I can't imagine a world where Yair versus Josh Emmett as the main event of a pay-per-view that was so good at one point in time. It just kept losing hype and losing hype. Kept losing fight after fight. Supposed to be Robert Whittaker, Paulo Costa, which unfortunately fell off. What was it? Kai Kara France, Alex Perez, which fell off. I mean, it's just disgusting. This looks disgusting now. I mean, people are going to hype up the Randy Brown, Jack Della Maddalena fight. I mean, that's not pay-per-view quality right there. I'm embarrassed of this pay-per-view card. I'll have to grade it next week. I got to do the top 3 things I love, top 3 things I hate. There's a lot to hate. So those videos will be out soon, guys. Derek, thank you for the $5 super chat. Joey, I haven't had a scary story in a while. Got some new viewers who haven't heard one yet. Jeez Louise. I don't know if I have one in me right now. I'm a little bit brain dead, man. Thank you for the $5 donation. I appreciate you, Derek. Scary story. I bought tickets to UFC 284 when the event was Islam Makhachev, Alexander Volkanovski. The co-main event was Yair versus Josh Emmett. Feature fight on the card was Robert Whittaker versus Paulo Costa. 4th fight down the card was Kai Kara France versus Alex Perez. Then the card proceeded to fall apart. We lost Robert Whittaker versus Paulo Costa. We lost Alex Perez versus Kai Kara France. And then the card was absolute dog shit. But I decided, you know what? The UFC's not going to refund me. I got to go to the event anyway. I flew out to Australia. You know, I packed up all my Venom gear, flew out to Australia. I get there. The weather's beautiful. I'm having a good time. And I go to open my suitcase, and I have the wrong suitcase. And all my Venom gear is left behind, somewhere lost in Australia. And I don't have my Venom kit. And was the most scared I've ever been in my entire life, because without my Venom kit, I'm subject to attack. I can't defend myself without a Venom shirt on. So I had to go to the airport, try to track it down. They accidentally gave it to somebody else. Luckily, I had an air tag in my luggage, and I tracked it down and found it. And that's the end of the scary story. Scary story has a good ending. So there you go, Derek. There's your scary story, my friend. Does John Jones have KO power? I've never seen him in a fight. No, not really. He's only really, you know, he's more of accumulation, and usually like beats a guy down to like a bloody pulp and then finishes him, makes the guy quit. Doesn't really have KO power. He finished DC, but he landed a nasty head kick that would have KO'd anyone, and then chased him down, and then DC fell, and then he started landing brutal ground and pound elbows. Jones can finish guys, brutally KO him with elbows. But outside of that, he's not really KOing guys. His hands aren't that good. John Jones doesn't have great hands, but his striking is very unique. Let me see. I don't know if he's ever finished anyone via KO outside of that DC win. Decision. He KO'd Gustafsson, but that was ground and pound. KO'd DC, but that was kind of head kick, then ground and pound. But you can kind of consider that one. Decision. TKO'd Chael Sonnen, that was with ground and pound. Submitted Vitor. Decision against Rashad. Guillotine choke against Lyoto. Submission. TKO'd the Shogun, but it was accumulated, and Shogun tapped the strikes. Yeah, so he's never one punch KO'd anyone. The closest he's ever got to that was DC. It's crazy. A lot of people have never even seen him fight. Does Aldana Pennington seemingly confirm Nunes Pena trilogy? I hope not. I pray to God not. I'm gonna throw up if so. I pray not. Please no. Please no. Please no. Please no. I mean, who wants to see that garbage? Does anyone honestly want to see that garbage? I mean, that's horrific. That is absolutely horrific. Who would want to see Pena versus Nunes 3? I'm embarrassed to anyone that wants to see that. If you want to see it and you're watching this video right now, please leave. I don't want you here anymore. Shame on you. Dude, I need some Coke to wake me up. Go hit up Conor. I'm sure he'll give you some. I'm sure he has plenty of Coke. I feel like Rosenstruck is slept on. He's coming off a great win. I'd love to see him versus Tommy Boy Aspinall. That sounds like a good fight. Just join. Thoughts on Tony coaching on TUF. I hate the matchup. It's not going to convince me to watch. It's not going to convince me to watch Ultimate Fighter, but I'll check out the clips. Damn, Joe, you didn't have to tell me a story. Yeah, I mean, I read out your chat, man. Your Australian dollars were very appreciated. 284 was looking more stacked than 286 and 285. Then madness happened. That is very true. Hit me with that white, Joey. I don't know what you're talking about. Oh, I see what you're saying. Coke. Knowing Emmett too, dude, probably going to win with a controversial split and blame it on injury. Dude is injured every fight. Jeez, please no. The finger poking of Jones is elite, lol. Fair enough. Buckley versus Chandler would be the first UFC double knockout. Who would even want to see that matchup? KO'd Rua with knees. Nah. Shogun tapped the strikes. He TKO'd him. He didn't KO him. He literally tapped at the end. Pennington versus Aldana 2. Who do you got? Nobody. I hate the fight. It's garbage, but Aldana will win. Pennington's literally garbage. What card do you think is more superior to Jones Gane or Usman Edwards rematch? I'm liking Usman Edwards card better, but I like the main event of 285 better. Speaking of the eye poke, was the Jones eye poke really illegal? Is it the fact he never got points taken off? It's overblown. It's a bit overblown. Did you watch the Super Bond KO? Yes, I did. It was shocking. He got destroyed. Do you think Glover had one of the hardest chins in the game? For sure. If Delize destroys Vettori and sends him out of the top 5, will he be regulated to gatekeeper? Yes, he will be. For sure he will be. Vettori's good, just not great anywhere. You're 100% right about the Australian card. Zero promotion behind it, and it's a huge main card. It's sad. There's no hype for it right now. Hopefully it'll pick up, but the card's just looking ugly. How can you get hype for a card when it's a 2-fight card? Do you watch animated videos of... No, I do not. What's up, Big Dog? What's up, Torin? Joey, you motivated me to drink mostly water now. Thank you. It's good, man. It tastes the best, too. Am I wrong, though? I don't know what you're asking. No, you're not wrong. It'd be a double KO. If a future McGregor fights go to the decision, could you see a controversial decision to favor the likeness of the Notorious? Definitely. I don't trust the judges, ever. Pena is fighting for glory after the UFC. She's just too good at striking. They couldn't resist her. Yeah, Pena is an elite level kickboxer for sure. I think she's better than the guy who beat Superbon. Wonder who Dusty Buckets is going to fight next. Benny's going to get Charles. Fazeev Gaethje. He just fought Chandler, and Connor's likely tough coach. Maybe Colby. No, not Colby. I'm hoping for Dustin Arman Sarukian. Has there been an update on Paulo Costa's contract disputes? No, there has not been. Kind of crazy Glover had such a resurgence. Remember when Gustafsson KO'd him with the uppercuts over and over and over again? Yes, I was actually on vacation, I'm pretty sure, when that happened. And I remember watching it in my hotel room. Let me double check that. I think that was in the summer. I think I was on vacation. Glover, where you at? Yep, May 28th, 2017. I believe I was on vacation. I remember watching that in my hotel room. But yeah, Glover had a hell of a career resurgence, to be honest. I mean, he lost a bunch of fights and he just fought his way back. Lost to Jones, lost to Phil Davis, got KO'd by Anthony Rumble, got finished by Alexander Gustafsson, got decisioned by Corey Anderson, then strong 6 wins together, culminating with a UFC light heavyweight championship. Just got here, man. I've been a sub for a few weeks. Love the content. Thank you. I'm gonna butcher your name, so I'll just say Elbay. Thank you. I'm glad you're enjoying the content. I'm trying to pump out videos daily, but they have to be quality videos. Thank you for subscribing, and I appreciate your support very, very much. More coming soon. There's even a video coming out at the end of this stream. Hope they make Tony Ferguson and McGregor tough coaches. I hope they don't. I don't want to see them 2 fight. Malcolm Gordon versus Jake Hadley. Who wins? Probably Jake Hadley. I don't think Malcolm Gordon's all that good. Isn't it going to be 2 years since you made the channel? April 1st will be 2 years since I launched the channel. Yes. So, yes. So, I got all of February, all of March. 2 months until 2 years running the channel. And that's craziness to me. I remember literally sitting down right here on my laptop. Now I have a monitor and a keyboard and everything. But I was on my laptop just setting up my channel. And I was sitting here. What am I going to name this thing? I don't know what to name it. I was just trying to think of names. I sat here probably for like an hour, 2 hours, just trying to think of a name in the channel. And finally, I was like, I'm going MMA Joey. I don't know what better else to name it. So I'm just going MMA Joey. And I'm actually happy because it's super easy to remember, super easy to search. There's no other channels with that name. So I couldn't wish for any better, basically. Hope they make Tony Ferguson, McGregor. Oh, no, 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 no. I don't know if you mentioned this earlier, but would you prefer Masvidal over Tony? Yes. It's Elbay. Okay, cool, cool, cool. Yes, I don't want to see Tony and Conor fight. Garbage. It's a garbage fight. Tony's a dead corpse at this point. Hey, man, thank you again. No problem. Mellow Coffee. What's up, my friend? What's up, my friend? Anytime. If anyone likes MMA video game streaming, go subscribe to Mellow Coffee's YouTube channel right this very second. I found his channel yesterday when I was live streaming. You guys know I like to send you sometimes to channels at the end of a stream, especially somebody with less subscribers than I have. And I found his channel. Some of the guys in the Discord, the members Discord, were saying they like Mellow Coffee streams. So looks like we picked a winner yesterday. Anytime, you're welcome. If I ever see you streaming while I'm streaming like this, usually I'll have somewhere between like 60 and 100 people in here right now. And I always try to send them somewhere afterwards, unless I have a video at the end. But you're welcome, man. Don't worry about it. You got a vid at the end of the stream? Yes, I do. I'm a huge believer in don't leave it to the judges yet. So many fighters try to outpoint like boxing shouldn't. Yeah, but I think it's bullshit. I think you should be able to the judges should be competent enough to render an accurate decision. What's next for Hakeem Dawodu? I have no idea. I have no clue. I can't even think of a name. Off the top of my head, I can't think of a name for Hakeem. Thoughts on Nathaniel Wood's chances of being a champion? Dude's super underrated. I think Nathaniel Wood is very, very good. Chances of being a champion in that division. Didn't he move up to 45 though? 45, I think he has like a 20, 50, I'll say 15% chance. Masvidal versus Conor TUF series. I'd tune in. That'd be much better than Tony Ferguson. I mean, Tony Ferguson McGregor will be entertaining, but I don't want to see that fight. If anybody wants to see that fight, I don't know what the hell you want to see. So yeah, I don't know. Is the PC in yet? It will be here Monday or Tuesday. The current tracking says Tuesday, but I'm hoping it comes Monday. Based on kind of where it's traveling and whatnot, it might be here on Monday. Let me check the tracking, see if it's updated at all. I would love if it updated. UPS. Boop, 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 boop. Okay, where is it at? UPS. Your package is shipped. Track package. Let's see. View details. Shipment progress. It still just says on the way. It left Seattle, Washington at 3:10 on the 25th. So it's about to be the 27th. I've done the math in my head. I'm 98% sure UFC 300 is going to be the same weekend I go on vacation and graduate high school. Going to be wild AF. Hopefully it's a stacked card. It should be. I just want to see Ferguson get his payday with McGregor, then retire. I don't want to see him get slumped with a Conor McGregor left hand, though. Now, the only way I want to see Conor come back is if he fights someone relevant in lightweight or welterweight rankings. Agreed, Derek. Agreed. Torin, that's a good point. I'm scared that Conor might kill him. Exactly, dude. Especially Conor on PEDs. Would you rather watch cards in Brazil again or Apex? Brazil. You gonna unbox the PC on stream, Joey? Probably not. Almost definitely not. I'll post some pictures in the Discord, the members Discord. Man, that Brazil crowd is bad news. I mean, it's not great. It's not great. But it doesn't really affect us, so I don't care as much. But I do understand what you're saying. I'm really hoping Volk solves the Dagestani problem. Unfortunately, I think Volk's going to get smashed. So, it'll be interesting. The first round will be interesting. I just think Islam's going to be too big, too strong. But if Volk can stop that takedown, he may be the guy to pull it off. Volk is an elite level world-class fighter, but he's just not a 55er. So, it's going to be interesting. They better not do anything dumb with the canvas for 300. I pray they don't do no dumb ass, ugly ass colored canvas for 300. I'll be pissed. I'll be absolutely pissed. What's the specs of the PC? 4090, i9, 13900, 64 gigabytes of RAM, couple terabytes of NVMe, and I don't know if I'm forgetting anything else. Do you still think Islam versus McGregor is a huge pay-per-view? I remember when you said it would probably be the biggest draw not long ago. Yes. It's probably the biggest fight the UFC can make right now. Are you into boxing? No, I'm not into boxing. Honestly, I could see McGregor KOing Masvidal and Leon giving him a title shot for it because of what happened in London. Would not shock me. McGregor fighting for a light heavyweight title wouldn't shock me. I like Volk's mindset going in saying he's not worried about it because the takedown because he knows it will happen. Just about getting back up. Yeah, but that doesn't give me confidence at all. Yellow canvas. Did anybody actually like the yellow canvas? If you did, let me know so I can block you immediately. It was so ugly. It ruined the entire night. I was bitching the entire night. It was so hideous. It was so ugly. I'm being dead serious. The yellow canvas at UFC 200 would be the equivalent, for me, the equivalent of Jones Gone getting canceled the week of the fight. That's how bad it was. It was so ugly. It was so ugly. It ruined my entire viewing experience. It ruined my entire viewing experience. I hated the entire card. And it was just butt-ass ugly. It was, oh my God, it was horrific. I don't even want to think about it. Every time I see a highlight package and it's got the yellow canvas in it, I just want to beat somebody to death. It's so bad. And he and Colby are both like 5'11". I don't know what we're talking about there. Who did you say you have? Jonathan Martinez, Saeed running a gauntlet right now. I'll probably go at Saeed Nurmagomedov. But Jonathan Martinez has looked pretty good. Crazy PC specs. I went for overkill. I went for something that's going to last me a long time and save me a lot of time rendering out videos. 13,900K, yes. I still believe Masvidal's a dangerous fight for McGregor. I agree, because Masvidal's big and has a great chin. Heck no, that was terrible. It was the worst. It was genuinely the worst. I'm picking the craziest picks this year so far with Volk and Leon. Well, we'll find out if those crazy picks come to fruition. Mellow Coffee, let me ask you this. I know you stream UFC. How big of a UFC fan are you in general, like in terms of, actual UFC fight cards? Because I know some people are more fans of just playing the game and they're like a casual fan. I mean, I don't care either way. I'm just curious. It hurt my eyes, that yellow canvas. Yeah, it was so ugly. It ruined my entire night. Who you picking between Justin Gaethje and Rafael? I'm going Rafael Fiziev. I've been a big believer in Rafael Fiziev since I started the channel. I picked Rafael Fiziev as a future champion. So, a year and a half ago, for those of you who remember, it was like one of my, probably my first 3 months on YouTube. Somebody asked me, who is somebody that's not currently in the rankings that you could see as a future champion? And Rafael Fiziev was one of those names that I came up with. Yeah, that canvas was terrible. It was butt-ass ugly. So do you think McGregor will fight the winner of Volk versus Islam? It depends. It depends what happens, who McGregor fights. I hope Beneil gets a title shot. He deserves a title shot. But yeah, probably. If Conor goes out there and beats Tony Ferguson up and Islam beats Volk, they'll probably make it happen. If Volk wins, they'll probably make it happen too, because they'll say, oh, Conor could go out there and bully Volk. But yeah, Volk Conor isn't as big as Islam Conor, but it's still big. Yellow Canvas or Food Truck Diary with Yellow Canvas over Brendan Schaub, anything. I'd rather watch Yellow Canvas for the rest of my life than watch Brendan Schaub ever. Big fan, fair enough. Good to hear. How do you think Colby would do against Islam? He could make lightweight if Khabib could. I think he'd probably lose. The striking is terrible and he doesn't have the threat of the wrestling. I watch every card. Very good. I might skip this next one. I have an MMA YouTube channel. I may skip this next card. The Derek Lewis Sergey Spivak card is absolute dog shit. Gaethje's going to get battered worse than RDA. I think he's going to get brutally finished. I'm picking Leon in the trilogy. I picked Leon in the second fight as well. I've been a big believer in him. See, that second fight, he pulled that head kick out of the hat, but it's hard to assess the skills up until that point and imagine him winning. I think Usman's going to just be heavy on the wrestling. And I think, it's not going to be a good night. It's not going to be a good night for him. But we'll see. We'll see. We got the whole cardio excuse. We'll find out how it goes. Benny versus Oliveira is already confirmed. No, it's not. Benil said, I think they're targeting Oliveira for May. It's not official. It may not happen. Who you got, Charles or Dariush? I'm going Dariush. Early prediction. May change my mind. Guy, this card is straight ass. Oh my heavens, dude. The next card is so bad. The UFC will do anything creative different like the yellow canvas again. They're doing the 30-year anniversary gloves currently. Kind of a big change from the iconic UFC gloves. Dude, I feel like Dana White and UFC is always trying to come up with the next scam. They're always trying to come up with something. Look, we're hip, we're cool. We sell stools on our UFC.com for $500 and UFC hot dog branders. I wish they would get rid of the damn Apex. They're not. I think they're renovating it now, and the Apex is here to stay. Now I'm saying if Conor just waited until August to fight Islam, no, I don't think that would happen. I don't think they could get away with that. Those are normal the cards that someone will have a big moment. I know, but still, it's just so ugly. My guy Joey, what's up, Beast Boy? Could Johnny Walker make a title run? It's possible, but doubtful. It's possible, but very doubtful. But in today's light heavyweight division, maybe. Usman's going to have a nice 30-minute cuddle if he wants to win. Yeah, and he's going to be super defensively responsible. He was out striking Leon for the majority of the fight as well. So, did the altitude in Salt Lake City favor Usman by that much? I think Edwards fans are milking it. Yeah. Basically, that's what's going on there. It's just always a narrative. There's always a narrative, you know, there's always an excuse for a bad performance. It always, you know, Cain Velasquez, C-level Cain Velasquez, you know, he gassed out and that's why he lost, even though Fabricio Werdum was beating the piss out of him. You know, there's always an excuse. There's always an excuse. Anyone else hate the UFC 30 gloves? I like seeing the UFC logo more. I don't really care that much about that. But I hate change in general, so it wasn't the greatest. What if Ferguson beats McGregor? That'd be crazy. McGregor's career would be over. If Ferguson wins, I'd be stunned. So true, always excuses. Yeah, there's always like a narrative. I'm trying to think of another one. Whenever somebody loses, you know, there's usually an excuse to have a rematch, and there's always some type of weird narrative. Like, I mean, look at Conor. Conor got KO'd by Dustin and outclassed. And it was like, oh, well, Conor McGregor never knew calf kicks existed, you know? And he was pretending like he had a serious leg injury when he just got calf kicked to death for, you know, a round and a half. But the Cain Velasquez one is one I can think of off the top of my head. When Brock Lesnar, the diverticulitis, they kind of milked that narrative. You know, it was true affecting him, but they milked it like crazy. What was another one? There was some excuse when Renan Barão got the shit beat out of him by TJ Dillashaw. I don't even remember what the excuse was. Oh, they said he got rocked in the first round and he never recovered. Renan Barão got beat for 5 rounds before brutally finished by TJ Dillashaw, and they booked a rematch. I couldn't believe it. So there's always an excuse for some reason. When Weidman, yes, I told you that story, right? Weidman threw the spin kick. That was the narrative. Weidman wouldn't have threw that wheel kick, he would have never lost the Rockhold, even though he got outclassed and got the shit beat out of him. There's always some type of narrative excuse. But yeah, Barão literally go watch the first Barão fight. TJ Dillashaw beat the piss out of him worse than Jamal Hill beat up Glover Teixeira. Outclassed him for 5 rounds. And finished him in the 5th round. Beat the living shit out of him. It could have arguably been stopped. And they gave him an immediate rematch, I believe. Or maybe one fight and then a rematch. It might not have been an immediate rematch. But it was, I mean, and there's ones that are like that. Oh, you know, he got rocked in the first round, wasn't the same. Like, I wish I could think of more off the top of my head. I can't think of any more. But there's always one. And in this case, Leon Edwards won, but they're claiming, oh, the elevation messed me up. Like Weili Zhang, it was the crowd and you know, stuff like that. I'm trying to think of other ones. There's definitely other ones, but I just can't think of any off the top of my head. But there's always some type of narrative reason that that they lost. I hope you're exaggerating it because it's not. If it's not that bad, that's bad. Oh, if not, that's bad. Dude, you will watch the TJ Dillashaw Renan Barão first fight. TJ beat the shit out of him. Badly. Landing like 100-punch combinations. And the second fight was exactly the same. And I think he finished him in the 4th round in the second fight. Look up Look, hold on. I'll post it real quick. Henin, Barrow, TJ Dillashaw 2 finish. Look up this second finish. No, that's full fight. Okay. Look, I want you to go look. This is the finish of the second fight. It's shitty quality because it's on YouTube. Someone regurgitated it. But look at this finish. I'm sending you the link right now. This is the finish from the second fight. Go check that out and come back and let me know what you think. That is the finish from the second fight. Horrific. Horrific. I'm going to watch it real quick. It's only 30 seconds long. 1 punch. Let's see. 2 punch, 3 punch, 4 punch, 5 punch, 6 punch, 7 punch, 8 punch, 9 punch, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25. 25 shots, roughly, before Herb Dean stepped in. Herbert Dean took forever to step in. And, dude, TJ just beat the shit out of him. When do you ever see somebody throwing that many punch combinations? And Barrow basically fell off the face of the earth after those beatdowns. Hear me out, Joey. Colby versus Poirier is a fight to make. No, it's not. It's a terrible fight. Nobody wants to see that. Excuse, I had staff. That was Kevin Lee's excuse after losing to Tony Ferguson. There was excuses that Conor wasn't motivated after Khabib. Colby won't fight Chimaev. We all know it. Yeah, he's staying in witness protection. Not all champions deserve immediate rematch. Really annoying narrative people conjure up. Yep, agreed. Burns Bilal is the fight to make. I like it. I hope you exaggerated. Okay, read that. What if Pereira goes up his next fight, vacates, then do Hamzat versus Adesanya for undisputed? That'd be craziness. Wow, you saw it. Yeah, that was the second fight. But you see what I'm saying, dude. TJ was beating the shit out of him. Colby doesn't do anything damaging. He just holds you. And the difference between Khabib, Islam, and Chimaev is they're absolutely going for the kill. Colby's trying to drain you because he can't finish you. Yeah, and people love Colby and hate Khabib, Islam, and Chimaev. It's weird. I don't even know what to say. He almost died. Yeah, Herbert Dean was even indecisive even then. Sean O'Malley would have won if he didn't get flash KO'd by elbows. Exactly. It never ends. It never ends. The excuses never end. It's actually infuriating. Let me see something really quick. I mean, there's probably countless other ones that I can't think of off the top of my head. You know, I think there was an excuse for like Gray Maynard, Frankie Edgar, somewhere along those lines. There was an excuse when Frankie lost to Benson. There was an excuse when Benson lost to this guy and that guy. And I'm just going through the champs. There's always an excuse. Always, always, always an excuse. It just never ends. Believe it or not. Okay. Santos versus Blanchfield prediction. I'm going Blanchfield. I think Blanchfield's up and coming contender. And I think she figures out how to get it done against Santos. TJ just carpet bombed him. Dude, it's that EPO. The cardio was unreal. The cardio was unreal. Listen, guys, if you're watching the channel right now and you're not subscribed to the channel, go subscribe to the channel right this very second. Also, if you have not liked this stream, do me a favor, scroll down and like the stream. I would greatly appreciate it. It takes 1 second to like the stream. Hot take, Cruz's footwork style is kind of corny. Okay. So do you really think Colby walks through Poirier? Yes. He would out-grapple him and either beat him up on the ground, submit him, or just win via decision. Probably win via decision. Thoughts on Molly Meatball? Can she be champ? Absolutely not. Molly Meatball's garbage. And I broke that down in my Aaron Blanchfield, Molly McCann video. Prediction video. Before the fight at UFC 281 or 282. I think it was 281. What happened to Herb? Dude's just burned out, honestly. I think he's just burned out. He's just tired of going to work every day and reffing MMA fights. And he's just, quite frankly, sick of it. And he doesn't want to do his job anymore. So I'm sure plenty of you guys, go to work every day and you're like, fuck this shit. I don't feel like doing shit today. And just slack off as much as you physically can. And that's what Herb Dean does every day at work. He just slacks off as much as he can. I don't care if they die. If they die, they die. So, We got a bunch of lurkers. Yeah, if you guys are lurking in the stream right now, throw something in the chat. I want to know who's here for the stream. What's up, Fast? Good to see you, my friend. It's hard to believe Fast has been a member for 12 months now, too, or over 12 months even. Just got back into the stream. What's up, Brendan? If Masvidal doesn't coach Conor, then what's next for him? Probably Burns. I think Burns. Molly really lived up to her nickname. She's honestly a meatball garbage can. True. I would be burned out too. What's up? Who's the fighter notorious for killing hype trains in MMA? I don't know about hype trains, but I kind of consider, like, the first fighter that came to mind was Derek Brunson, was kind of killing the up-and-coming guys at middleweight. Mario Yamasaki Dean. That is true. What's next for Rockage? I wouldn't mind seeing Rockajan rematch. I doubt that happens, but who else could Rockage fight? I mean, I wouldn't mind seeing Rockage Johnny Walker. Yeah, or Rockage Anthony. Nah, I don't want to see that rematch. He already beat up Anthony Smith. He could fight Nikita Krylov, Ryan Spann winner, something along those lines. But I doubt it. No. Lurking, I'm sitting on the edge of my girl's bed playing UFC 4. Appreciate you, Twizzy. Who's bigger can, Meatball or Patty? Meatball. She's garbage. How we doing? I'm doing good. I hope you are doing good as well. Thoughts on Aldana versus Pennington Room? Oh. The video I have coming out after this stream, I talk about it. I talk about it on that video specifically. The video that's coming out after the stream, you guys will be the first to see it, will be titled, Should the UFC Abolish Women's MMA? It is a 22-minute video. I discuss all the divisions, go in depth with each division. It'll be out at the end of this stream. Autoplay brought me here. I guess I'm staying. What's up, Isaac? I appreciate you staying or hanging around. Don't forget to subscribe to the channel if you enjoy MMA discussion. If you don't, then you're in the wrong place. Herb Dean made $225K just off reffing fights last year. Herbert Dean is rolling in the dough. At least Molly accomplished more than Patty ever will be. She got ranked. That is true. That is true. Tom Aspinall said he'd be back soon. Wonder who he might fight. I could see them giving him like a Tai Tuivasa fight. I mean, Tai Tuivasa's lost twice by KO, right? Got finished by Cyril Gane, got finished by Sergey Pavlovich. They're probably like, oh, let's Tom Aspinall finish him too. And I don't like Dustin. I'm a Colby fan, but after watching Colby's fights, his best two fights are Usman. I had him winning the second fight versus Usman, but I thought lackluster versus Jorge and others. Fair enough. Damn, Herbert making more money than the fighters and taking no brain damage. I guess so. What are your thoughts on Barstool slandering McKinney? Weird for a dude. Barstool's just garbage in general. Herb don't make much, about 15 an hour. He works a second job. Okay. I'm excited for that. I think women's MMA is ass other than a select few good fights. We'll see what my opinion is in the video. Been lurking, but I dropped a like. Thank you, GP. Appreciate you. Liana, Mackenzie Dern, and a few other pretty fighters were the only ones I'd watched. Fair enough. Joey, from a 1 out of 10, is Anthony Smith's next opponent, Johnny Walker. I'll say it's a 6. I think that fight happens. How many MMA fans think Francis has a major chance of beating Fury? It's very uninformed. I think not very many think he does. Crazy how Ty is already on the decline and on its way out. I knew the Pavlovich fight was a mistake. I predicted that fight to a T. So did I. I actually bet. That was when betting first became legal. And I bet like $50 in free money that he would KO him in the first round. So he went out there and he did it. Weili and Valentina are my favorite female fighters. I mean, I'm a massive fan of Weili and Valentina. I like watching both of them fight. So it's unfortunate some of the divisions, but not necessarily their divisions, are garbage. Joe, would you ever renovate the room with some extra lighting or have some other projects or ideas working for your channel? Yeah, eventually I'm going to reorganize the background. Maybe add like one of those big bar lights that you see in some backgrounds. I just want like the crispiest possible background. I mean, this is just furniture. This is just a spare room that was used as an office. and I just started a YouTube channel out of it. So this is a room I don't use in my house. And I mean, realistically, there's going to be changes eventually. I really want to make the background just look a little bit nicer. I like the blurry background, so most likely it's just going to be kind of lighting in the background. I'm probably going to get rid of this furniture. Maybe put something like flat against this wall here. Maybe like a shelf of some sort. Put a couple things on the shelf and just make it a little bit more clean. But I don't know, man. I hate change, and I'm just so used to what I have that I don't necessarily want to change. But yeah, I'm always looking to improve. And yeah, so there's gonna be something. Right next to this room. So I have in my house I have 4 bedrooms. And what I have is I have the YouTube room / office. I have my spare bedroom right next door, and then my fiance has her office too. So I've thought about even like maybe switching rooms, and that way I can do it like position the desk in a little bit better spot or something like that. But I think this is the room. I think this is the angle. This is what I like to stick with. This is what I've been. I also have a basement that I could potentially set up down there, but I don't necessarily, I got a dog and they're always going to be walking upstairs on the floor and it could be loud and it's going to be distracting while I'm trying to stream or record videos. So I don't know. But yes, I'm always looking to improve. I've been thinking about changing the background for like 6 months now, probably a year now, honestly. It's just I don't know necessarily what I want to do. This stuff right here is just kind of like shelving storage type stuff, with MMA stuff sitting on top of it. Not necessarily for the channel. That was before I even started the channel. This is just kind of I don't want to say a junk room because it's not a junky room, but just the stuff I don't have a place for. But I think what I'm going to do is I might just take everything out of the room, maybe buy like a nice piece of furniture to sit in the back here, something like that. So there you go. That's my best. That's the only way I can explain it. I have no idea. But I'm not going to renovate my room. There's nothing to renovate. What am I going to tear down a wall? I could tear down this wall to the second room, to my spare room, and just make one big ass room. But I have no need for that. And everything looks crispy. Nothing looks junky. Nothing looks messy right now. So that's why I'm not in a massive rush. Plus, I don't like change. Yeah, Pavlovich did him in. That was scary. Brutalized him. Sup, Joey? What chance is Michael Chandler becoming a UFC lightweight champ out of 10? 2. It's not going to happen. If Tyson can take Deontay's shots, he'll have no problem taking Francis. Joey, need a studio? This kind of is my studio, man. Joey, the background is great. Do not change it. Yeah, everyone's going to be pissed. Everyone is going to be pissed when I change it one of these days. Because it's just going to look different and it's going to be weird. I'm not even going to like it myself. Joe, will we ever get a house tour for the members? I've posted videos of my house before on Discord. I don't know. Maybe you weren't there. It was probably a couple months ago. Pavlovich, like someone gave Coke to a teddy bear. Okay. When you get your PC, you can use NVIDIA Broadcast. What is NVIDIA Broadcast? I'm not even familiar. I noticed you've been wearing a watch. Is the Apple Watch? Get it over the holidays. I actually told this story recently on a stream. It's the Apple Ultra Watch. I've never really been a fan of smartwatches, but I've been playing a lot of disc golf lately, and I've been starting to ride my bike a bit more, and I hate carrying my phone. I physically hate carrying my phone everywhere. And then I found out you could take score for you. There's an app called UDisc where you take score for disc golf. And I found out you could take score on the watch. So what happens is you pretty much have to use the app to take score. It already knows the pars. It already knows all the courses, all that stuff. And you just, at the end of every hole, you pull out your phone. You might have 2-3 guys playing. You enter the score for everyone. I hate doing that. And I found out you could do it on a watch. I said, you know what? I hate carrying my phone. You can take score on the watch. I'm just gonna get an Apple Watch. And I started off, I'm just gonna get like an Apple Watch 7, and then next thing you know, I'd like to have the best tech. So I said, I'm just gonna get this. I don't care. And I just ordered this. And it's been nice. It's got great battery life. It's super durable. My dog actually got it and started trying to chew it up yesterday. I left it in, my dog's still kind of, young and mischievous. And I actually left it sitting on my ottoman, I believe it was. I don't remember exactly where I left it. And somehow, next thing you know, he was in there just laying down on the floor chewing on it. And there's not a single mark on it. So it's actually pretty durable. And I've been enjoying it. So I've been enjoying it when I'm outside. I don't need to have my phone out or do anything like that. And so when I go out and play disc golf, I just put my phone in my backpack and I never pull it out the whole time. And I can answer calls on this and everything. So there you go. I feel like the Reebok Piotr Jan should be a mythical fighter. Dude was so dominant on the come up, which is I still think he's really good. Dude, you can hang a backdrop or some special lighting signage. I'm not hanging anything behind me. I don't like that. I like to have a physical background. I don't need like a blanket behind me to have just a plain background. I want to have stuff in the background, but I just don't know what I want to have. And I like my background blurry, so it's kind of pointless to put specific stuff in the background. But literally what I'm most likely going to do is I'm going to get rid of all this, put it in my spare room, and then I'm just going to put like a bookshelf, some type of shelf against this wall, and then put some of my memorabilia on it, just so it looks a little bit more clean and I don't have all this next to me. And I have this drawer right here that's out of view that I have a lot of my extra accessories in that I need, like my, external hard drives, lens cleaner, microfiber towels, stuff like that. So there you go. You can get rid of the curtains in the back and then add more MMA memorabilia. That's a window behind me. There's a window. Hold on. That's a window right there. It's a window to the outside. What about draping a curtain? Why would I want to drape a curtain behind me? I want to have a background. I want you guys to see the room, You guys can take a look. There you go. There's an angle you've never seen before. I don't know. I'm moving out of the way. And now I'm in a weird spot. With a couple colorful lights. I do kind of want to get one of those big bar lights. I might buy that soon, honestly. I don't know where I'm going to put it. People always bring up your name on other channels, so I think your channel's growing well. What other channels have you seen my name on? I would love to know. You were overcomplicating the change. I literally said I'm getting rid of this stuff and probably putting like a bookshelf. Dude, calm down. NVIDIA broadcast allows you to replace the background without a green screen. You could show fight highlights and other things you were talking about if you want it. That is true, but I'm like torn on showing anything because one, I don't want my channel built around like highlights, people coming there. There's channels that are built for that. And that's just not my channel, is what it's built around. And also YouTube's super particular with like copyrights and stuff like that. So I don't know if I'll ever do that, but it's at least nice to have the option. Joey, what are the chances out of 10 Colby Covington moving to lightweight? 3. Video broadcast a little weird with the eye contact filter. Dober versus Bonfiend, that'd be incredible. Does Chimaev ever fight at 170 again? I think he tries at least once. Yes, I think he does. Disc golf is fun. Yes, it is. Can you slam dunk a basketball? I haven't tried in a while, but probably not. There's an Indian fighter fighting on road to UFC prelims on Louis Spivak. Please watch and rate his prospects. Okay. I think it's unfair for people to claim the winner of Bilal versus Burns gets a title shot when Chimaev already beat Burns. I guess so. But he did miss weight for the Diaz fight, so. I want to know what are these channels you guys are hearing my name brought up on. I need to know that. Piotr didn't get robbed by the judges. Sean kept hooking his gloves, grabbing the fence and eye poking, and he did get robbed as well, on top of all the cheating. Dana lost a few pounds and a few brain cells. Dana's always been kind of, Joey Davidson Figueroa's moving up to bantamweight. Who should he fight? Umar Nurmagomedov. And that Dominic Cruz, the flyweight killer, what are the chances of this fight happening? I think it could happen. Joey, you need a plant in there. Maybe hang a heavy bag, put some chain links on the wall. I just need to hang Venom gear nonstop everywhere in the room. That's what I need to do. Cover the room in Venom gear. Thoughts on Aldana versus Pennington, headlining San Antonio card. I'm about to release a video, and I'm about to end the stream in a few. And I talk about it in depth on that video. So I'm gonna release that in a minute when I end this stream. And wasn't Aldana next for the title? Supposedly, but supposedly Nunes didn't want to fight her. Chris Barnett is my favorite fighter. Just thought I mentioned that. Cool. He has an interesting flip when he wins. Joey needs a bonsai tree. Don't know what that is. Burns versus loser of Edwards. Usman 3. Sign me up. Joey, I just did 16 pull-ups. Congratulations. It's midnight and I have 5 kids and we'll be up in 6 hours. Appreciate everything. This is a fun stream, man. I'll definitely be back. 5 kids? How old are you? I thought you were kind of younger. That's crazy you got 5 kids. I never really paid too much attention, so I might be wrong. Maybe you're in like your mid-30s or something. I don't know. No disrespect. That didn't mean to sound like that. But that's crazy. 5 kids already. Hamzat started going from 185 to 170 in a week. I don't know why he's considering staying at 185. Yeah, I don't know. He was making weight pretty easily before. And, now he has issues. Sponsored by Venom. Great stream, man. Glad I stopped by. Excited for the women's video. Yeah, I'm going to release it here in a second. I'm going to stay for like 2 more minutes. And then I'm out of here. We already went over an hour and a half. I got 2 videos to do tomorrow. And I'm going to stream tomorrow night as well. So guys, join me tomorrow night as well. We all have kids, 5 kids. Joey, how do you see a fight between Tatiana Suarez and Valentina at flyweight for the belt play out? I don't know. I could see Suarez out wrestling her. Did anyone just find out Jamal Hill has 6 kids or just me? I did hear that too. I am 35, blessed with the gift of luck, looking young. Have a great stream. Good night. Good night. Yeah, I thought you were younger than that. It was not like I was paying super close attention because you were kind of in the bottom corner, but yeah, for sure. But no problem, man. I'm happy you stopped in for the stream. I'm happy you like the channel. I'm happy you enjoy MMA discussion and like the channel. I wore Venom gear at the airport. People thought I was a fighter. Legit kids came up and asked. The power of Venom gear is real. Fair enough. That's how it always works. Joey, will Yair be second Mexican champion? Sure. Interim champion, though. All right, guys. I am going to release the video. Should the UFC abolish women's MMA? You guys are going to be the first to see it. I am going to post it in the chat right now. So go check it out immediately. Make sure you watch it all the way to the end. Make sure you like it and make sure you comment on it. The second you start watching a little bit of it, make sure you comment on it. Make sure you like it. It helps boost it in the algorithm. So I'm going to post the link in the chat, and then I want you guys to go check it out. Thank you guys so much for joining me. Go watch the video, and I will see you guys for Friday night stream tomorrow night. Join me tomorrow. Enjoy the rest of your night, and I will see you guys later. Thank you for watching. The link is in the chat right now. Go watch it.